Okay, this is the brand new Fairline Phantom 65. And no prizes for guessing. We're at the Düsseldorf Boat Show where we're showing it. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough, but I won't do all the fuel consumption, etc. But I will show you how beautiful it is, so come on board. Come up here, Charles. So the first thing you notice about this boat is my socks. Now, these are lollipops and sweets and ice creams. What do you think, Charles?
Not for me.
No,
but,
not for you?
No.
I think they look quite nice. Okay, so more about the boat. We've got a massive garage here, which take a Williams 345, and a huge sunbed on top. I think I've got to have to test the sunbed. Let's test the sunbed. Oh, now Charles, just imagine being out at Cabrera with a lovely cocktail and watching the sunset. Can you imagine?
It looks beautiful.
It does. Right, big cockpit. Big cockpit table. Everything's going to be big on this boat, by the way, because it is big. And also, the options list is big. And this one here is a very reasonable £3 million excluding tax, Charles, but we'll do you a deal if you want one. It's powered by the CAT 1150s, which gives you 2,300 horsepower, and it propels this boat up to 38 knots, which is silly speed. So let's go and show you the saloon. So we're in the saloon. That window powers down. You've got the aft galley, very similar to the Squadron 68 and the 58. It's got some slightly different finishes. We've got the fluted doors, but they're coloured on this one. And then moving forward, you've got the dinette there, which is really, really nice. And there's the little sofa that you can have on the Squadron 58. So you can see you've got the high-low TV and another table here. I think if it was me, I would have that dinette, which is lovely, but I would have a coffee table here, wouldn't you, Charles?
I think the table is good because everybody loves to sit around the nice table.
Yeah, but can't they sit around that one?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you've got two tables.
Yeah.
Anyway, Charles would have these two, and I would have that and a coffee table. But the nice thing is you can choose whatever you want to your personal preference. Like all Fairlines, the lower helm is a work of art, so let's take a seat. Okay, so we've got a shout window. Oh, it squeaks a bit. Needs a bit of WD-40, Charles.
Yes.
Crikey, this window's huge. I can get my whole body out. Look.
Be careful, James.
Look at that. Oi, get the fenders in! Yeah, that works fine. That is the biggest shout window I've ever had without it being a door. Anyway, the lower helm, if you look over my shoulder, is the modern glass cockpit. It's so easy to see everything. All the clutter is under that flap there. All the things you don't want to see. And all the things you do want to see are right where you want to see them. And we've got a single piece glass windscreen. Very important you check when you're buying a boat that you've got a single piece windscreen, because most boats I've seen at this show, even quite expensive ones, have 2 or 3 pieces, which obscures your visibility. This is the best way to do it. And I just want to show you some details. Look at the curved wood here, Charles. And of course we've got all touchscreen here, but because it's a Fairline, we've got proper clunky switches down here. If you just put the camera around this corner here, Charles, and just show them, we've got all the buttons replicated down here. So if these ones fail, you can press the buttons there to get yourself out of trouble. And that's why you buy a Fairline. Down here, Charles, have a look. So we're going to the forward VIP cabin, where we have got a very loud bedspread and a cafetiere. Is that what it's called, Charles? Is that called a cafetiere?
Yeah, cafeteria.
Do you use those?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think they've gone out a bit, haven't they? Because everyone likes these
lovely
espressos and cappuccinos. So have a look at the detailing in here. It's all as you'd expect a Fairline to be. Plenty of room, lovely wardrobes. And behind you there, Charles, we've got the bathroom. And I think I'm going to have to do the floss test. So let's try the floss test. Now, it's the last day of the boat show, so no one's going to mind if we mess the towels up a little bit. So let's test the floss. Floss 1, pass. Floss 2, pass. It's all good, Charles. It's passed the floss test. Lovely sinks, lovely. I love that curved cabinet. Look at that curved. You see that, Charles? And they've put the toilet roll holder in there as well. Really nice. Okay, so if you come back this way, Charles, at the bottom of the stairs on the port side, this one's got a day head. You can have this as a utility room, which has got the built-in ironing board. You can have it as a fourth cabin, or you can have it as an extension to the forward cabin, which makes the forward cabin have a walk-in wardrobe, etc. Behind Charles here is cabin 3, which we'll just put a headrun behind the door and show you, which is a lovely twin, which you can pay extra to have them to slide together, and it's got its own ensuite there. They've thought of everything. So now I'll show you the master cabin. Okay, come down to the master cabin. There's a washing and drying machine there. There's a load of trip switches in there. Now, if you've watched my Squadron 68 video, you'll know that this cabin looks very similar. And do you know why it looks similar, Charles?
No.
Oh, come on, you do.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear it from you.
Oh, okay, all right. It's the same as the Squadron 68 because it's the same hull. So the Squadron 68 and the Phantom 65 share the same lower accommodation. So everything down here is the same as the Squadron 68. So you've got the lovely dresser, you've got the sock sofa. I love these pillowed beds. And then Charles, if you come in, the detail on the back of the door here is stunning. There's only one man at the factory that can do that, and if he has a day off, then nothing gets done in that department. This is what you're buying, true British craftsmanship. And then if I just go past you there, Charles, into the bathroom, we've got 2 wardrobes here. I won't open both, but they're very big. As you can tell, they're very deep. And you've got another one here, which is, if anything's bigger, which is that one. And then we've got the walk-in shower, which is huge. And do you know what I like about this shower, Charles?
Tell me.
Come and have a look. I can use it because it's got buttons. Look, have a look at the buttons. So look, if you have that picture there, means it comes out of that. Up there, have a look at that. And then you've got the lance, and then you've got, anyway, it's really easy to use. Even I can use it. So let's go and see the flybridge. Okay, so let's go up to the flybridge, which is a smaller flybridge because that's why it's called a Phantom. So pop up and we'll have a look. So lovely clear helm, as you'd expect. We've also got the Portuguese bow, which we're not going to bother going down there because it's a long way down. I don't fancy falling down there, even if we do land on the Fairline bar. And Charles, you can zoom in and just show them the Targa 40 there. There's the Targa 40 cockpit. That's gone down very well at this show. A beautiful boat. I've done a video on that too, which we'll just put a link to on the screen if you want to watch that. But back to the Phantom 65. So the flybridge is probably half as big as the Squadron 68, but still the same beautiful detailing. We've got a bimini top instead of a hard top, and therefore this boat is faster. And the faster, sleeker models are called the Phantoms, and this is the flagship. And if you want a full fat flybridge, as I say, then you need to buy the Squadron. Now, I think you need to come and see the engines on this boat because I'm not a great fan of staring at big engines, but actually these ones are quite pretty. Before I show you the engines, I just want to, Charles has rightly said, I didn't show you the sliding roof. So the part of the attraction to the Phantom is you have this opening electric sunroof here, which is quite big, as you can tell, and the flybridge. So on cold, wet days or really hot days, you can come in here and be air conditioned or heated, and you can open the sunroof without using the fly. And if it's a beautiful day and you want to be up on the flybridge, you can do that too. So you can have the best of both worlds. Okay, so I'm going to go down the engine room, and it's a long way down. And then Charles is going to pass me the camera Oh, we've got a lot of stuff in here, but I'll show you the engine. So part of the camera, Charles. And we have got a Cat 1150 diesel here, which is beautiful. And we've got a Cat 1150 here with loads of cushions on it because we use it as a storeroom during the boat show. There's the Fairline trip panel, which is a work of art. You've got the fuel filters there. That is one exhaust, and you see it going through there. And then we've got the generator, which is probably a 27 kVA, and we've got a water plant over there and all sorts. And there are the trip switches for the bow and the stern thruster. All very interesting if you're into that kind of thing. I personally just let the engineers do it. Okay, summary for the Phantom 65. If you want a sleek, sexy, fast and cool looking cruiser, but you still want the ability to have a flybridge and the ability to have an opening and closing sunroof, along with various cabin options like 4 cabins or 3 and a day head, then this boat is for you. With the garage, with the huge platform, the lovely sunbathing areas at the stern and the bow, this really is the boat for warmer climes. And at the moment, I think the waiting list for a new order is getting on for 12 months. So if you want one of these, speak to your local dealer. I really, really love it.
That looks interesting.
Doesn't it? I love it. Look, England.
Yeah.
Where are you? You're in Calidore, aren't you?
Yeah.
Down here. Where would you rather be, Calidore or England?
Oh, Mallorca any day.
Really?
It's paradise, James.
What, better than Essex?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Clear blue waters, sun every day.
God, there's so many places we need to go. Look at the size of the Pacific. That is big. I need to do that one day, you know.
We'll go to Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii. Right, let's do some filming.